In this tutorial I want to show you how to write to a file. In the last tute I showed you actually how to read from a text file, and the text file had the word Mr. Croak in it, and I showed you how to do it. This time we can read the file, and that we can actually, in Python, we can actually put another section of code into it. So I've got read text file, it's my old one. I'm going to save this, save a new file, and I'm going to save this as in the same folder. Make sure it's going to the same file. I'm going to write text file. So same folder. Now that folder currently contains just the word Mr. Croak, and then I'm going to change it. Alright, let's have a look what this actually says. Here is how you do it. That's the basic method. How to open it. Opens a text file, then you write close. That's not actually going to change it. Here's how we can change it. So we can open it. We can then write some more content in. We can keep on writing a few lines. But at the very end, we have to close it. So it's very important we can do that. So let's modify this code to make it so it makes a bit more sense. Now remember that one we have in our folder is called text. So this opens it up. Currently it says Mr. Croak. We can completely change that. So I might just put Mr. Croak in again. Might put my full name. Alright. Then we can just basically say that. Maybe someday I'll show my students how to use XML, and so therefore it should write that, and I'll get rid of that. But as I said, the most important thing is we've got to write this close argument. So it should open it up, it'll rewrite everything I've done, or sort of Mr. Daryl Croak, and then I've got to say, maybe someday I'll show my students to use XML. So I'll save that, I'm going to run that. Now when I run it, you notice nothing's changed because we're not actually pushing anything out to this shell. The output, we've actually changed the text file, hopefully. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my Mac, put it in the text read folder. That's the wrong folder. Where was it? There it is. So now I'm going to open this text edit. We can just see what it says in the text editor. There it is. Mr. Daryl Croak dot, maybe someday I'll show my students how to use XML. So I've actually added it. So I've got the text in, and I've actually wrote to that file, because before it just said Mr. Croak, then it's changed to that. So that's actually how you can open a file and change it and change the content. Now it's an interesting thing to do. The other thing we can do is we can keep the original file, so that's the original file here, and we can append it. So we can use this method here. And this time we're going to use this method here. If we put an A in there instead of the W, we don't write over the old content, we append it. So in other words, we add something to the end. So I'm going to copy this. This time I'm going to paste it in. Remember, it's a text file. And at the end it should say, and can I get some pickles on that? Pretty silly, but let's see if it works. I'm going to save that, and I'm going to run it. Again, we don't have an output, but it has worked. We haven't returned any errors. So let's have a look at the Finder. Let's have a look at that window. I'll open with text edit again. Whoop, it didn't work. Let's close it. Yeah, it's done it there. And can I get some pickles on that? So it did work. So it opened it up. Bit of a glitch, sometimes you have to close this and open it up. And can I get some pickles on that? Now, it's a bit all over the shop. We need to put some formatting in. There's some on After Hours program, it says how to do some formatting. Use this return thing here. We have a fairly easy solution of putting a new line, just putting a new line character at the end of the string like this. So if we do that, I'm pretty sure we can create that folder. So we'll put that in instead. But remember, that will append to what we've already got. But we should get that sentence in again, but this time hopefully it will be on a new line. Let's see what happens. And running the module, I think I have to open this, yeah, and it's done it. It's actually put it on a new line. So look, we'll do a bit of work about figuring out how these returns work, but that's basically what I've done, and that's basically how it works. I open a file and I can append it. I can also open a file and I can put whole brand new content in. As I said, quite powerful to be able to read text from a text file, and also very powerful to be able to write information back into it. That is the end of this video.